My master made me this collar. He is a good and smart master, and he made me this collar so that I may talk. Squirrel!
Howdy, howdy, y'all. We are here immersing ourselves in some freaking Disney magic in one of my favorite theme parks, not just in Walt Disney World, but anywhere. And that park
Hey, listen, I have an idea. Just let them figure it out themselves. Give them a hint.
Yeah, but what kind of hint?
I don't know. Maybe sing them a song, perhaps. Something tied to the park.
Okay, we can do that. Nah. I got this.
Wait. Are you sure that's a good idea?
Why?
I mean, the point is for you to gain subscribers, not lose them.
Hey, past dude self, she is right. Terrible idea. Scrap it.
Yes, today we are in Animal Kingdom, one of my favorite parks, and all of not only Disney, but anywhere. And I hope today to share with you many of my valuable tips to make your day here in Animal Kingdom as magical as possible. So let's go inside the park and let's go do this. Alright guys, so our magical day here at Animal Kingdom didn't start off so magical. I couldn't find my gimbal, which I use to secure and hold my camera throughout the day. So I'm having to hold the camera in hand, so that should be fun. Can't guarantee the quality of today's video. Also, I left my mask in the vehicle, and so Bana, who's with me today, is inside Riverside Depot to search for a mask. Most likely she'll have to buy a mask for herself, and I will have to use her disposable option because the masks usually don't fit my face very well. My ears end up popping out. So hopefully she'll find a mask, and we'll be off to Pandora, which is where we always start our day here in Animal Kingdom. We usually start off with a coffee, either at Starbucks or Joffrey's, and then we head back to Pandora. But today we've had a lot of coffee, so we're going to skip the coffee today and go straight into Pandora. We're actually going to go stop into Pongo Pongo and enjoy a little breakfast treat before getting in line for a flight of passage. All right, well, Bonna struck out over at the Riverside Depot, so she's crossed on the other side here at the Island Mercantile. Hopefully have better luck.
This piece of work called the Blueberry Cream There's less than 300 individuals left in wild places today due to habitat loss, deforestation, and the illegal pet trade. But it's not all bad news. We're working with an amazing organization called the World Parrot Trust. So it's really a way for us to bring our birds closer in a fun and unique manner. And when they do that, they get their favorite treats for going there and back here to the roots of the Tree of Life as a way to say thank you and hopes to see those wonderful behaviors happening again. And there goes Carmen as well. Now, by a show of hands, how many of you think parrots of any shape and size are probably not a good thing to have in the household? Really challenging. Right? So many challenging reasons to have them in the household. Now, how amazing was that? Check out that bird right there, landing on the deer's head. Thank you all so much. Check out those three right over there. Those are those blue.
Here, guys, got Mickey and Minnie and Pluto. Quite a little line here for Pongo Pongo. Alright guys, so we just came from Pongo Pongo, where we got two of the Animal Kingdom's park favorites here at Pongo Pongo. That is the Pongo Lumpias, and these are actually cream cheese and pineapple spring rolls. and they're mighty tasty. You either love them or the idea just sounds gross. But believe me, they are super good, and can't wait to dig in. And we also got the Mohara Margarita, and then the Night Blossom Rum Night Blossom. You could get the non-alcoholic version, Night Blossom, but I got the rum version. And so we're going to dig into this little late breakfast treat and drinks, and off to Flight of Passage. Alright guys, and before I forget, they also have, if you noticed on the video here a second ago, I showed the boba balls that are located on top. They don't last long, so if you do want to get pictures of these, you have to get the pictures quickly because this drink does melt. But the boba balls are mighty tasty. And they don't really melt, I guess. They just kind of sink to the bottom. But the drink itself sort of starts off really pretty, and then it's just after a couple minutes out here in this 90-degree heat, it doesn't look so pretty after that. But both drinks are good. I'm gonna try her Bonna's margarita. It's really good. And it's hot. It's Labor Day weekend. And right now, it's still early, but the drinks are really refreshing. Real quick, tip one for today is during about halfway into August, the last 2 weeks, the crowds have been really down. To the point where just a few days ago here in Animal Kingdom, the waits were averaging like 5 minutes, I think on Wednesday. So if you get a chance to come during the week. It's actually Labor Day weekend, Sunday, so it's really busy today. But the last couple of weeks, and I imagine all the way into probably all throughout September, you can expect crowds to be down. I think a lot of people are waiting until the 50th anniversary officially starts October 2nd. So I believe if you come during the week, maybe even during the weekends, you can find the crowds to be quite a bit lower than what they typically are this time of the year and years past. But you know, you can combine COVID and the fact that the anniversary is just around the corner speaks kind of highly for why the crowds are so low. And that also goes for Universal Studios. Universal Studio crowds have also been really low the last couple of weeks. Just today, though, it's really busy. It's hot, but it is Labor Day weekend, so it's kind of to be expected. And as I'm finishing off my Pongo Lumpia here, and a little beverage, super good. It reminds me that often when I come to the parks here at Walt Disney World or Universal, I always like to bring snacks and water whenever possible. Usually when I'm off camera, I tend to eat fairly clean, so I like to bring things in the park, not only to save money, but also to try to eat as clean as I possibly can. So I bring in beef sticks quite often. There's a couple of brands I like. High in protein, super yummy flavors. Chomps, Chef Cuts, and there's one called Wicked Cuts that I really enjoy. So I bring those. I'll bring in a pre-portioned bag of nuts and lots of water. But yeah, guys, I don't want to forget, I also bring protein bars. When I say protein bars, what my definition is compared to what somebody else's is maybe a little different, but so we're bringing protein bars, the various beef sticks, like I said, chomps, chef nuts, or chef
Wicked Cuts.
Wicked Cuts, and then chef cuts, spelled differently. Wicked Cuts with a Z and chef cuts with a S.
No chef nuts.
No chef nuts. And then lots, like I said, lots of water. And then we do bring nuts sometimes, prepackaged nuts, and that kind of thing. I do try to, we do indulge a little bit more when we're here in the parks. I do like to plan for those days, so I will kind of plan those accordingly based on what park we're going to go to. Alright guys, it is really busy here today, and it was noisy where we were sitting, so we're off to get in line for the Flight of Passage. I don't have my microphone with me today as well, besides forgetting or not being able to find the gimbal. I do not have a microphone, so hopefully you guys can hear me okay today. But like I was saying at the table, I tend to indulge a little bit more when we are here at the parks. But indulging comes with a price. So that brings me to tip number 3. Is the anticipation killing you? Only a few seconds away, and tip number 3 is on his way. Alright guys, we are in front of Kilimanjaro Safari, only 20 minutes. Tip 3. OPM. Other people's money. Because you're going to need it, especially if you are one of those who don't plan and budget until the last minute. Like I said, when we come to Disney, we tend to indulge more than anywhere else. We love to immerse ourselves in all that is Disney whenever possible. And that includes staying on property, eating on property, and spending on property. And that costs muchos dinero, mi amigos. So unless you have a rich uncle, you recently won the lotto, or you have one of those rare type of parents who really wants their grandchildren to have an amazing first Disney experience and is willing to contribute by selling off one of their less than vital organs, or you have your own very own sugar daddy, then it's best to plan and budget. It doesn't take a Disney insider, an intellect, and a moderately attractive individual like myself, to tell you that a day in Disney isn't cheap. I mean, a family of 4 for food alone for an entire day in Disney, you can expect to pay somewhere between $200 and $250 a day. And just 4 nights immersing yourself in 247 Disney magic, staying on property will run you over $2,600 on average, and that's staying in a Disney value price resort. And that is where bringing your own snacks and drinks, as I said in tip 2, comes in handy, as well as eating prior to coming inside the park. That can really save you a lot of money and a surplus of calories. And I guess this is where I should advise you not to include alcoholic beverages in your little backpack when coming into the park, especially if they are in their original containers. Duh. Now, I have an entire list I can share with you on ways to save and budget for your entire Disney vacation, but that deserves a video all on its own, so enjoy the rest of Kilimanjaro Safari and Animal Kingdom. Alright guys, so we just left the Gorilla Falls exploration trails, and after getting off the safari and then straight to that, it kind of reminded me how important it is to hydrate. It is very hot today. And Animal Kingdom, if you didn't know, is the known as the hottest theme park of the 4 theme parks here in Disney. It's also the largest in terms of acreage of all the 4 theme parks. However, about 200 acres of Animal Kingdom is made up of the safari. When it comes to hydrating, that's one reason I was saying earlier. I bring snacks, I always bring lots of water. Often I'll bring enough water to make the bag heavy enough where I can't get anybody to volunteer to hold it. But I'll usually carry a few frozen bottles of water. That way by the time we need them, the waters have thawed out. Water here will run you about $3.50. Drinks will run you between $4 and $5, up to $6 for orange juice. They also have a lot of watering stations here. You can fill up your bottles. And a lot of the restaurants, including like Starbucks, has cold water available to you by the cup. Alright guys, so we got our order from Satu'li Canteen, and love this place, absolutely. It's my number 1 place here in Animal Kingdom, and one of the best places in all of Disney to get some great tasting, healthy food combinations or food options here. Very customizable, which I love. Really pretty healthy choices overall. Maybe one of the unhealthiest choices may be the cheeseburger pods here, which I couldn't help but get. They remind me of McDonald's cheeseburgers, actually. I got this. We both got Satuli Bowls. You have different options for the bases, from noodles to beans and rice. You have a red and sweet potato hash option. Yeah, you get a hearty salad option, or just no base at all. So it can pretty much appeal to any diet. You also get a protein. You have protein choices: beef, chicken, shrimp, or tofu. And then Bana ended up getting the blueberry mousse. Blueberry mousse. I haven't tried this before, so kind of excited to maybe get a bite of that. See what that's all about. And then you get a choice of veggie fries or veggie slaw. In the case of the cheeseburger pods, you do get both. And then I chose the slaw on my chicken and noodle base. And you also get a choice of dressings too. You have 2 different vinaigrette dressings: a black bean vinaigrette, a roasted onion vinaigrette, or charred onion vinaigrette, and then a creamy herb dressing. And I ended up getting the creamy herb dressing since I got the noodles. And then she got the charred green onion vinaigrette. And she chose the slaw on the side, and I chose the slaw as well. So we're gonna dig in here, and bon appetit. All right, so every time I come here, I get something a little different, a different combination. Again, it's very customizable. Hard to really repeat what you get each and every time. Not the place I go to every single time I come here to Animal Kingdom. There's another place I go to quite a bit, which we'll be visiting later today in the park. Hey guys, future Jesse here. That was supposed to be Flame Tree Barbecue. However, we just ran out of time that day. As far as quick service restaurants goes, it's one of my favorites in all of Disney. Great value, really good size portions, and really good food. So back to Satu'li Canteen. Back to you, past Jesse. Again, first bite with that herb dressing. I don't think I've had the creamy herb dressing before with the noodles, and it's mighty tasty. Really, really digging the flavor profile on this one. Going to get a little bit of chicken, a little bit of the noodles, a little bit of the dressing, and then it has the it also has the boba balls on top, just what we had in our drink, and that's actually made from tapioca. They're sweet. Ooh, that was really a good one. Man, those are good. I actually haven't had one without being in a drink. They're really good. They just melt. They're in each. They're put in all the dishes. There's some sitting on the top of the cabbage slaw, vegetable slaw on the pods, the cheeseburger pods. But they're yummy. I really like those. Now, I've never had them before. I mean, I've had them in the drinks again, but not just pop them in my mouth. I mean, as soon as they get in your mouth, they just melt, they just like dissolve. But they're really yummy. I'm gonna try Bana's beef, and she got noodles too. I thought she was gonna get the black beans and rice. That's why I chose the noodles, but we both got the noodles, so I'm gonna try hers. And just like with my bite, I'm gonna get a little bit of the noodle, a little bit of beef, a little bit of that charred green onion dressing. Wow, that's really good too. Now the charred green onion dressing I've had before, but I usually have it with, I think I had it with the black beans and rice base, and then the vegetable salad, the salad base. It's really good with the noodles, and it's good with the beef too. I usually get the chicken or shrimp when I'm here, so it's a nice change to get that taste of the beef. Back to my chicken, and then we're gonna try those cheeseburger pods here in a second. And the veggie chips are really good too. I mean, you get these, get them at in Hollywood Studios too. But I recently got these vegetable chips on our last trip to Hollywood Studios in Galaxy's Edge at Ronto Roosters when I had the Ronto wrap. And so these chips are really good. They got seasoning on them. I like them. How you like yours? Your beef noodles? Like I said, you can't go wrong with this. This is not only my favorite healthy option here in Animal Kingdom, but it's one of my favorite quick service, in the quick service category, I should say. It's one of my favorite quick service restaurants overall in all of the Disney parks. So let me add by saying the portions here are also really good portions. I mean, for a little over $12, I mean, this is a nice sized bowl, and you get like I said, you get the chips and slaw with that, and it's a good sized bowl here. That's nice portions, and then like even with these cheeseburger pods, you get quite a bit for about a little over $12. $12, I think 39 cents or something like that. All right, guys, we're sitting here and enjoying our lunch. It made me think of another tip that I should probably toss out at the beginning as tip number 1. So we'll call this tip 1A and the other one tip 1B, and that is your park planning. That can be one of the most stressful parts of your Disney vacation. If you've never been here before, it can be quite stressful to try to figure out how to make the most out of your Disney experience. So one of the things, or two things, that I find that really help, not just somebody, you know, who's never been here before, but even somebody like myself, you know, is the mobile app ordering option, which is how we placed our order, was through the mobile order. The app, actually, that's kind of required to do that now. You don't have a choice, but it has added to making your day a little bit more efficient. You can place your order and then come pick it up, and you don't have to go inside and order it and wait. And the second thing is a new service that they are going to be launching sometime in early fall. I imagine by the time the 50th anniversary starts here on October 2nd. is the Genie service, which is a free service. It'll be placed in the My Disney Experience app. It's a Disney planning tool that to help make the most out of your Disney park experience. They do have a paid option, which will be an upgrade. This will be the Disney Plus, and that's going to replacing the old Fast Pass Plus, which is no longer active. They've retired that. So basically, the Genie Plus will be used towards some of the most popular attractions, where you can pay an upgrade in order to skip ahead in the line, just like they did with Fast Pass. They don't end there though. There's one other upgrade. There's the most popular rides, the ones that are like perhaps the Flight of Passage would be one, for example, where you can pay another upgrade to be able to skip the line entirely. So you'll have the Lightning Lane, which is again like the Fast Pass, the old Fast Pass program, and then you'll have the upgraded option, which you can skip the lines completely, and that'll be for the most popular rides. Again, like the Flight of Passage. All right, we're gonna dig in here. Bonna's already had a bite. She says it's good, so I'm gonna get a bite too, and check this baby out. What do you think? Good?
Good.
It's good. It's a blueberry mousse. It's good flavor. A little bit of blueberry sauce. We'll try that right there. See? Not bad. We haven't got to the cheeseburger pods yet. I've had them before. But they're good. They're good. We got the dessert. We went for the Satuli bowl and then dessert. Now to the cheeseburger pods. Alright guys, so I went and cut into the cheeseburger pods so you can see what they're inside. Again, they kind of remind me of little McDonald's cheeseburgers. I don't know why. But have Bonna take a bite, and she's still digging into those little yummy chips. Alright, so I'm not sure Bonna was crazy about these. She didn't like them.
Doughy.
I know what she's talking about, being a little bit on the doughy side, maybe compared to the past. I like them. I still think they're mighty yummy. They kind of remind me of kolaches. There's different kind of kolaches, so I don't know what you guys are used to, but there's a kolache factory, and so it's sort of like what these are. They're little meat inside of a like a sweet kind of roll. And she says they're a little bit on the doughy side. Maybe they're just not cooked. They weren't quite cooked as long this time, but I love them. We are stuffed. Couldn't even finish my slaw and the chips on the other portion, but we ate quite a bit. The servings were big again. She wasn't crazy about the cheeseburger pods, so I ended up eating like 1 3/4, and then my big bowl, Satuli bowl. So, and the chips and the slaw, and these babui. Wait, what is it? These boba balls. I think they just should change the name to booby balls, because I can remember booby balls. Boba balls, I'm having issues with, I guess. But they're sweet, and as we pop one in, sweet as it goes in, but it goes down with a kick. There's a spice to it. So it's kind of sweet at the beginning, and then as soon as it kind of just pops and dissolves, it has a kick to it. So wasn't expecting that, but very good. And going back to the planning, I mean, it's just a challenge sometimes to come to the parks, you know, especially if you're not familiar with the Disney parks, figuring out the best route for the attractions and the rides and the shows, where to eat, and it's just you know, it can be very stressful, and it can take away from your experience because you're backtracking a lot. And I think with this Genie service, this tool, vacation tool, that they're a planning tool that they're going to be implementing here any week now. I think that's actually going to help. Not too crazy about the lightning lane upcharge option, as well as the other option, the upgrade from that. But it's just more money and more money. But it is what it is. We're not going to be able to change it. So we got to make the most of it. Now, like Bonnet says, we have to pay for the mouse's house. So off to where we're going to go next. I think the Navi River. Alright guys, we're back here. I walked all the way back here to Dino Bite Snacks. This is one of my go-to places, kind of a hidden back here in the back by Dinosaur. But they're closed. So came here to get the one of the popular items here. It's the strawberry shortcake ice cream sandwich. It's actually an ice cream sandwich cookie that's changes year-round based on the season, and kind of thought they might have the Halloween, like the fall edition of the ice cream sandwich out, but they have the strawberry shortcake ice cream sandwich. Unfortunately, they're closed, but I will tell you, it is a winner. Strawberry ice cream served between sugar cookies rolled in strawberry and vanilla cake crumbs. So it's $6.99, and I'll have to wait till next time here at Dino Bite Snacks. Alright guys, so we struck out over there at Dino Bites with the ice cream sandwich, ice cream cookie sandwich. So we were leaving. As we were exiting, we came across Trillo Bites, and this is the Dole Whip Trillo Bites Dole Whip. Yeah, that's it. And it's just orange and vanilla. So give it a whirl. Look guys, got robbed. Look at that hollow. It's still good. Last thing we're doing. This is our finale for the park. All right, guys, take 3. This is Jesse with the Daily Diz, and that's it from Animal Kingdom. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, as well as the notification bell, so you can be notified each and every time I upload one of these videos. Remember, guys, this is the place where dreams do come true. Until next time, we'll see ya.
My master made me this collar. He is a good and smart master, and he made me this collar so that I may talk. Squirrel!